Buenos días, estudiantes de Español 1. Good morning, students from Spanish 1. Bienvenido a la clase de español. Welcome to Spanish class. Hoy, vamos a hablar sobre la familia. Today, we're going to talk about the family. Some vocabulary, how to describe your family. Un poquito, just describe your family a little bit, un poquito, porque hay muchas cosas que se puede decir sobre la familia. There's a lot of things you could say about your family. We're just going to learn a few of them today. And today's exercise that you're going to be typing into your computer, and you're going to be repeating words that I say in a recording in your computer, this will count as a formative assessment, una prueba formativa, a formative quiz. The overall Coco project that we're doing, we're watching the movie Coco, we're doing a big project about it, and that will be worth a summative grade. So that's going to be worth maybe 25, 30% of your grade for the whole semester. But this one is just going to be a small component, but it does count. So this will count for maybe, 5% of your grade. So take this seriously. And it's really important because in the Coco project as a whole, we are doing ofrendas for Dia de los Muertos, Day of the Dead, Dia de los Muertos. And the ofrenda, the offering, or an altar, is something that people in Mexico and in the United States make for people who've passed on. So family members, friends, cultural figures, historical people, artists, musicians, pets that they want to make an offering to. Una ofrenda on Dia de los Muertos, during Day of the Dead. And in order to do that effectively, you need to know your family vocabulary. You need to learn the family vocabulary. Necesitas aprender, you have to learn, el vocabulario de la familia. And remember, recuerda, cuando hablamos en español, muévete las manos. You have to move your hands a lot because we speak with our hands in Spanish. Okay, so we're going to go over the vocabulary. I will say each word 3 times and tell you what it means. I think you can guess. And then at the end of that, your computer is going to pause, and I want you to record the vocabulary that I've just given you 3 times. I'll say it 3 times, you say it 3 times. Make sense? Okay. Then we're going to use it in some sentences, and then I'll ask you at the end to write a little description of your family. Okay, so let's jump right in to the family vocabulary. El vocabulario de la familia. Here is that word, la familia. So I'm going to say it 3 times. And then I'm going to say, te toca a ti. Te toca a ti en español significa that it's your turn. So, te toca a ti means it's your turn in Spanish. So I'll say the word 3 times. Then I'll say, te toca a ti. Your computer will pause. You hit the button, and you say the vocabulary word 3 times. Got it? Okay. Empezamos. We're going to begin. La familia. La familia. La familia. Te toca a ti. Next one, el próximo. El papá. What do you think that means? ¿Qué significa el papá? Does it mean potato? That's el papa. No. So it's el papá. So el papá. I'm going to say it 3 times, then you say it. El papá. El papá. El papá. Te toca a ti. Next one, if el papá is father or dad, what do you think la mamá means? Give you one guess. Right, mom. Okay, I'll say it 3 times, then you say it 3 times. La mamá, la mamá, la mamá. Te toca a ti. Moving on to el hermano. What do you think el hermano means? Brother, right. Remember, in Spanish, no H's. Don't pronounce the H. So we say el hermano, el hermano, el hermano. Te toca a ti. Very good. And if el hermano is brother, what do you think la hermana is? Remember, no H's. Look at the O. Hermano means brother. Look at the A. Hermana means sister. Okay. La hermana. La hermana. La hermana. Te toca a ti. Good? Now we're moving on. Remember, el and la in Spanish both mean the or the, and they vary by gender. And gender sometimes refers to the actual gender of a person, and sometimes it's just how the vocabulary is structured. We're working on that. Don't worry about that for this one. So, but even if it's a male or a female baby, the E isn't going to change. It's just a word that's written like that. So we say el bebé, el bebé, el bebé, te toca a ti. And then if we want to refer to a female baby, a girl, we say la bebé, la bebé, la bebé, te toca a ti. Okay, now if you want to refer to more than one brother or sisters, then you say los hermanos. It's a little tricky. If you have brother and sister, we say los hermanos, even though one's a boy and one's a girl. If they're all brothers, we say los hermanos. If they're all sisters, we say las hermanas. So I think you get it. If it's mixed, then we use the masculine form. If they're all male or all female, then we use the corresponding correct gender form, which is a whole other discussion that we're going to have in class. Don't worry about it. And if you want to switch up some of these pronouns, a lot of people are starting to do that who speak Spanish. So the same discussion about gender roles is happening with people who speak Spanish as people who would speak English. So this is just the basic grammar structure, and we can talk about the meaning behind it and why it's like that. But let's just start with the basic how to say more than one brother and sister. You say los hermanos, los hermanos, los hermanos. Te toca a ti. Okay? Next, who do you think this is? This cool looking dude here. This is el tío. El tío means what? Uncle, right? Okay. El tío, el tío, el tío, te toca a ti. And if el tío is uncle, what do you think la tía is? Right, aunt. Very good. I'll say it 3 times. 3 veces. La tía, la tía, la tía. Te toca a ti. Next is cousin, el primo. And just like hermano y hermana, primo y prima can be male or female cousin. But we're just going to use the masculine one for this particular exercise. So, el primo, el primo, el primo. Te toca a ti. Good. If you want to refer to more than one parent, you say los papás. And it's weird because it ends in an AS, so you might think it's las, but we use los. So los papás. Now this can be a mother and a father. It can be 2 mothers, can be 2 fathers. Anything that is multiple parents, you say los papás. And then there's other ways to say it as well, but we're going to learn this one today. So parents, los papás. Los papás. Los papás. Excellent. Last 2. Who do you think these good folks are? Right, grandparents. So this is grandfather and grandmother. El abuelo, el abuelo, el abuelo. Te toca a ti. Y finally, la abuela, la abuela, la abuela. Very good. Te toca a ti. Great, okay. 2 other words I want to show you. I'm going to switch over here. I forgot to write them in, so I'm going to go ahead and do that right now. We have, let's see, we have el gato. What do you think el gato is? And what about el perro? We've learned these before. I bet you know them. El gato is cat. So gato, gato, gato. And perro, if gato's cat, what do you think perro is? Right, dog. Perro. And try to roll your R. Perro. Whenever you see a double R, you got to try to roll it. Some will be good at it. Some will have a hard time with it. Don't worry about it. Do your best. Okay. So now we're going to try to move on and describe some things about our family. So the way you say, because you don't just say father, mother, brother, you say things about them. And one of the first things you can say about your family members is that you have them. We're going to begin with that basic lesson. So you can say, I have a brother, a sister, an aunt, and uncle. In English, never mind. So you're going to say, I have. And that's how and the way we say I have in Spanish is yo tengo. Do your best with the pronunciation. Yo tengo. When we say yo in Spanish, it's not yo like yo, what's up? We say y. It's like a z kind of sound. So yo tengo. Do your best on the pronunciation. So how would you say I have a sister? If yo tengo is I have, how would you say I have a sister? Right. You'd say yo tengo una hermana. Remember, no H. Yo tengo una hermana. So I'm going to say it one more time, and then I want you to record yourself saying that in the computer. Yo tengo una hermana. Te toca a ti. Your turn. Great. How would you say I have a dad? You would say yo tengo un papá. Yo tengo un papá. Remember over here? Papá. So yo tengo un papá. So see if you can say that into the microphone. One more time, I'll say it. Yo tengo un papá. Te toca a ti. Great. Very good. Another thing you can say, not only do you have a brother or an uncle or an aunt, but you live with them. So you can say, yo vivo con mi hermano. I live with my brother. Hermano. So how would you say, I'm going to set this up and I want you to record this and then we'll see if you got it right. So how would you say, I live with my grandmother? So you'd say, yo vivo con mi blank. So I want you to record that now. So say, I live with my grandmother. Say it in Spanish. Te toca a ti. Your turn. Great. Did you say, yo vivo con mi abuela? Hope so. If not, no, don't worry about it. Get it right next time. Okay, so you can say, yo tengo una hermana. You can say, yo vivo con mi hermana. And then one way you can say people's names, there's other ways, and we've learned these. Me llamo Señor Christian. So my name, I am called Señor Christian. Mi nombre es Señor Christian. My name is Señor Christian. But you can also just say your family member is their name. So you can say, mi hermano es José. Or you can say, mi hermana es Juana. So what I want you to do now, if you don't have a brother or sister, just make up a name. So I want you to say into the computer, make up their name. So let's say Timmy is your brother and Juanita is your sister. So you say, mi hermano es Timmy, mi hermana es Juanita. And then you can use your own siblings' names if you want, but te toca a ti. So record that now. Great, excellent. Good job. And then you can say other things. You can say, yo tengo un primo. I have a cousin. You can say, yo tengo la tía, or a tía. Yo tengo una tía. And if we're going to use the feminine, we put an A at the end of it. Yo tengo una tía. We'll learn all of that. Don't worry about that. Just try to get the basic vocabulary words down. And then the last thing let's do is let's just say the names of your mother and father. And if you live with somebody else, put the person in there that you live with. Say, mi papá es Miguel, mi mamá es Sara. Okay? Go ahead and try that. Te toca a ti. Great. Excellent. So we've gotten through our vocabulary. You've said some sentences. Now, the last thing I want you to do is I want you to write 3 sentences. I want you to say, I have a sister. I live with my brother. My father is Miguel. So write those in Spanish. I have a brother. I live with my sister. My father is Miguel. Write those in Spanish. Okay, muy bien. Es la lección para hoy. Gracias para participar y nos vemos muy pronto. Adiós.